What is up, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. Panda here, and we are back to do round 2 of Immortal Codex for this event, where we are going to be doing our first run in the Hellfire Emperor, and we're going to be testing out some cool new stuff that have been brought into the game, basically. We've got Captain Reeve on our account, which is going to be really fun to test out, and we finally have our 6th Bastion ring, so we're going to see if we can get a little bit of a better score in this fight. Let's dive right in. And welcome back, guys. Like I said, we're going straight into the Hellfire Emperor. I'm really excited. This is the team that we were using before, and we're going to be trying out a little bit of a different team, basically because we're going to be moving Azor, and we're actually going to be putting in Captain Reeve. Reason is because I think that Captain Reeve is just better. He has stuns on his ultimate. He has slows on his passive. So he just has some really good stuff kind of built into his kit. We don't need his Anchor of the Damned because we're not really dealing damage, right? So we're going to sort of swap some stuff around here, and this is the team comp that we are going to use. Now, there is some other stuff we could be using, right? Let's go ahead and just look at our tanks here. So there's a couple other options we have, like, for example, we do have Regulus, we do have Toreador. These were things that I was contemplating on using, but I think overall, these champions we have here are probably just better. There is potential where Baron is not as good as Toreador, so maybe we could use Toreador, but he's not skilled up fully, which means we don't have like the full revive. We don't have, you know, full stuns, etc., etc. So I think this is the team I want to run, and we're going to go through and we're going to make sure everyone has their Bastion rings and all of their gear. As you can see here, Aveline does not. I think it's because I stole the gear for Captain Reeve. Yeah, so let's get her some gear. Let's do that. Let's get her some gear. We're gonna go with some HP bonus. And let's see if we can get her into Guardian, because I think that that's probably the best set. Yeah, this should be fine. So I don't think we're going to be able to get into full Guardian, right? Because we don't have that that last slot. But what we could do is we could look for something like a defense bonus, which, look at that, we do have. Oh, kind of a garbage piece, but let's see how it rolls. It's fine. Hey, that actually rolled really well. So we'll take that. We'll take that. That gives us the Guardian set. So we get the 15% damage reduction. And then over here, we're going to look for HP bonus, defense bonus on the secondaries. And we're just going to see what we can find. So we've got this one. We've got this. I think we're just going to go ahead and take from Azor here. And then here, we're kind of looking for the same thing. Could potentially, I think we just take from Mariel there. And that puts us in a pretty nice spot. I mean, overall, we're looking at 92k HP with a nice 7,300 defense. Is not bad at all. And of course, we do have a Bastion ring on her, so she's in a pretty good spot. Okay, let's go to Olag. Olag should still be pulled up with a Bastion ring. Beautiful. Brokir is still geared up, and he has a Bastion ring. Perfect. And then we've got our Baron, who unfortunately is in a little bit of a weird set here. But it's probably the best we're gonna get, to be honest. We could let's look and see if we can get something better, actually, because we might be able to find something. Let's look for something with like HP defense bonus. Let's see. Maybe this isn't too bad. I think with this piece is actually just better, though, to be honest. This is actually a good piece. What do we have here? HP defense bonus is more. Rage regen is more. Yeah, we'll actually take this Invig piece here. This is a good rage regen HP piece, but it doesn't have, the other twos are DPS stats. This has 4 tanky stats on it. So we'll actually take that piece. And let's see, maybe we can just put him into Invig. Actually, I guess it doesn't really matter if he's in Invig or not, so we'll just keep it how it is. But then he also has a Bastion Ring, which is awesome. Whoops. And then, of course, we have our Captain Reeve here, sitting at a little over 100k, almost 110k with 6,500 defense. And he also has a Bastion Ring. So I think we're in a pretty good spot. I am excited to sort of test out some placements and see what we're looking at. Let's dive in. Let's see what we can get done here. I'm hoping to be able to push really hard. Now that we have the 6th Bastion Ring, I think we're going to have some pretty good successes here. So first things first is Olag definitely goes here up top. And Brokir goes here up top. And then I think it's, let's see, Captain Reeve, Baron, Isolde, and Avalyn. And let's try it like this. Let's see what we can do. I think it's probably best, to be honest, to just put it on manual ultimates. But we're going to wait until we get to the actual boss. Like until we get to the actual damage phase. Because realistically, right now we don't need it. Let's see what we can do here. Okay, we're about to go into the actual boss phase. Here we go, moving ourselves in. This is where it starts to give us actual score, and we actually start to run into some, you know, actual things, right? Go ahead and just pop some of our stuff here. I think we're just going to go ahead and put this on manual for the time being, like, or I'm sorry, auto ultimates. Once we get a little further down the line, we'll put it back onto manual, because that's when we'll need to be a little more specific about when we use our ults. But I think right now we just want to kind of push as best as we can. And we're doing really good here. So far, nothing has broken through, which is kind of to be expected. Everyone is still basically full health, which of course we like. Already broken B, which is really good. We've got some people making it towards the end here, but nothing really causing any big issues. These guys are about to die, which is perfect because now we're going to have another wave coming through. All right, we are good. Yeah, we're still doing really good here. We're about to break into S, if I remember correctly. There is a plus. So I think one is going to maybe get through. Oh, a couple have started to get through. That is unfortunate. We did lose Reeve. There is the S. I'm just going to let it keep going because this is working relatively well. 1.3 so far. I think we can get a little bit more because a bunch of these guys are about to die. There's the S plus at 1.4. That is awesome. Can we get 1.5 potentially? We might be able to. Oh, there it is. There's SS. That's awesome. All right, that is definitely the end of the run there. We almost made it all the way to the end at 34 seconds remaining. But getting the double S is really good. That is definitely my best score so far. Almost 1.5, which is exciting. Of course, we can't see this. I guess we can actually see. Reeve actually did the most. He got the most kills. Meanwhile, Olag and Brokir got like the least amount of kills. But yeah, let's see where that puts us in the rankings. Top 4%, so kind of to be expected, right? This is sort of where I've been aiming. I don't remember off of the top of my head where I was before, but I do really like, you know, that we are making progress, right? That's important. Let's see what everyone's using. A lot of people using Regulus. Someone's even using Titus. That's interesting. Wow, Titus is actually doing work. Yeah, lots of people using Regulus, so maybe there is a world where we use Regulus instead of Baron, maybe. Let's see here. What else we got? Really wish I could have a King Hars. If I had a King Hars, this would be like a completely different ball game, right? But ultimately, I mean, I feel like we did pretty well. I think this is probably just a matter of better gear on these champions, right? Let's see. It could also be just the fact that, like, I'm not timing my stuff, right? Or it could just be that, you know, RNG, right? RNG is always a factor in these types of fights. Let's let this go through, and let's just see if maybe we get any better. Because, of course, like I said, RNG is a thing in these fights. So there's a world where potentially, you know, we just have to get that last little tick of damage off, that last second, you know, kill, which stops a whole wave getting through, kind of thing. There's definitely a lot of possibilities, you know, for things working out in certain ways. But let's kind of just see what happens here. We're going to let it go. We're going to see if anything really changes. And go from there. Definitely happy to see that, like, we're actually getting some really good success here. You know, getting that 6th Bastion ring, I think, helps a lot when it comes to progression, because before I was using Azor with his exclusive, which does equal the same amount of block, but it's only during his ultimate, while as the Bastion ring is just a permanent block increase, right? It's just an always thing, so it's no matter what the situation is, you always have the additional block, which is really, really nice. Looks like we're going to have some people start making their way through here. We did lose Reeve. So maybe Reeve isn't the play here because he is dying pretty quickly. Maybe it is bringing in someone like Torador. We did get a new record here. We did get 150 or 1.5, 1.6. There we go. It might be a better idea to put in someone who is a little more survivable instead of Reeve. I think I liked Reeve because he does the slow, and he does the stun with the ultimate. And so I thought that there was a pretty good chance that that could be successful. I do want to try without Reeve, and I want to try with Torador, because Torador has, where is it? He has stun here. Each attack has a chance to launch an AoE attack that stuns. And he also has a revive, so he's a little bit stronger survivability-wise. So let's go ahead and give that a try. So we're going to take this Bastion ring off here. And I'm going to literally, I'm just going to go take Captain Reeve's gear, and we're just going to swap it over. And we're just going to try it like this. Now, I don't have, like I said before, I don't have all of his skills. So, unfortunately, we're missing, you know, a decent chunk of, you know, power here in terms of his survivability by missing out on the passive. But I do want to give this a try, and I want to see if it makes a difference, having that little bit of extra survivability built into his kit with the revive, because it could potentially be a big deal, right? Do this and that and this and that. All right, here we go. We're going to do the same thing. We're just going to put it on automatic ultimates once we get into the actual boss phase. And we'll see how well Torador tanks here. And see if he does anything crazy good or anything like that. Making good progress so far. Burning down the ultimate. Torador taking some damage, but not too much. All right, and we're going into the boss rush. We're going to go ahead and turn on our auto ultimates. And actually, we're going to wait. We're going to wait on auto ultimates because I think we don't need the block right now for some of these people. So I don't think it's really important to use the block. Here we go. Let's go to Puppet now because we do want the extra block now. and the extra survivability. We want that to start kicking in. The extra block here is actually really helpful. Not so much towards the end, right? Because obviously... but making good progress here. Torador is surviving quite well. Okay. And perfect timing on some of these ultimates. The Olag ultimate comes in clutch. Allows us to clear off these guys. Delays it just a little bit, which is really good in my opinion. Nothing breaking through so far, and these entire front waves are going to start dying, which is awesome. The middle waves are going to start. So Torador ends up dying, but then he does get revived back. But I think he's going to end up dying here again. So he actually is a little less tankier than kind of to be expected. Because I think he died before Reeve died before. Which is a big deal. A ton of people are going to be making it through on this right side because we are missing one of our tanks. Nothing we can really do about that. This is definitely, I think, going to be a worse run. But we'll see what happens. We'll see what we can do. We can actually end up getting Torador back down here. I think he gets his revive again, if I remember correctly, because I think it's once per deployment. Yeah, so he does get his revive again, which is cool. And we are actually going to end up getting a decent score. We do hit the 1.5. 1.6. Is that actually a record? I think that's actually a record. I think. Was that a new record? If not, it was real close. Okay, so not a new record, but close. I mean, that's definitely not bad. I do think that the Captain Reeve is more of the play, so we are going to go ahead and put him back in. I think he performed better, in my opinion. Let's go ahead and swap this over. There is a world where we could try Regulus and see how well he does. But I think for now, I just want to go ahead and do this. There's also a world where we level up these Bastion rings, because just those little bit of extra stats could allow us to survive 1 or 2 extra hits, which could be the difference. There is also a world where we get rid of like these glacier sets, for example, because he doesn't really benefit from the glacier set. If we go down here, Isolde is not in glacier set anymore. We have a bunch of Guardian sets, right? So it might not be a bad idea. That might be why he's dying, is just because of the fact that he doesn't have a Guardian set, or just a tanky set in general on the right side. But I don't really think we can get him one, to be honest. Like, I just don't have enough. I did pick up some Tempered Wills, but nothing... like this is the only good Tempered Will piece I was able to pick up. So nothing super crazy there. We could potentially try to do something like, just throw pieces on to give him the set and see if it makes a difference. In fact, maybe that's something that we'll do. Let's see. This is actually not a bad piece. Let's see if it rolls okay. Wow, whoa, let's go. That's awesome. Oh, let's go. That's actually such a good piece. I guess I could also roll this piece just because it is a ancient. It's not the best piece of the world, but it'll be good. Okay, and then let's see here. So we're going to end up having to do this piece, which kind of sucks overall. Oops, that was weird. But let's stick it on, because just having the Guardian set, I think, is potentially a very good thing, right? Let's see how this rolls, because HP bonus, I think, is better. Defense didn't roll that great. If this rolls really well... Oh, that rolled so good. Give me a huge HP bonus. That's not the best. I don't want to use defense, but I think It's only 80k HP, but it puts us at over 10k defense. Let's give that a try. There's a world where maybe that's better. We'll have to see, because this did not roll super well. Let's take it to 16. So maybe this is better. I'm not sure. This is actually probably better. Yeah, let's keep the HP, because we already have one defense set. Let's do the HP. I think that makes the most sense. So let's give this a try again. We're gonna run it one more time. We're just gonna use the auto fight because of the fact that we have the Guardian set. I think Reeve will survive a lot longer, which means we're gonna have a really good chance of getting a better score, because he's just gonna survive longer now with the Guardian set equipped. Now, once we get access to more of the, what is it, the Hell's Lament set, I think it is, the damage reduction one from the new sets of gear, I think we're going to have a lot more success in Conqueror, because our units are just going to survive for a ton longer. But for now, this is a good start. We have pretty much everyone in a Guardian set now. So hopefully that means that Reeve does not just get completely rocked. And we'll probably try to min-max a little bit later with the actual like manual casting of ultimates. But the stun that Reeve provides, like, I don't know if you saw that there, but he was stunning just like everything here with the ultimate, right? Like, he's even stunning the guys that are coming out on the right side, right? Which is insane to me. Like, we're just getting so many stuns from his ultimate, which is, it's crazy. It's super crazy. Yeah, no one has broken through yet. We did get a couple are making it through. Reeve does die, but he died later than he did before. So I think this is going to end up being a better score for sure, right? We're already at 1.5. Oh, no, they're dying. Huh. Interesting. Okay, so we actually didn't end up getting a better score. Maybe that was just an RNG run. We'll definitely give this a little bit more attempts. We'll try to get a better score for sure. I do feel like Reeve did better at the start. But I would really like to try and push. I mean, we're real close to SS plus, right? I mean, it's literally right around the corner. If we can get that extra 19k, that would be amazing. We're also in top 2% now, so there's a world where maybe we actually could try to push even further with a little bit more manual ultimates. Maybe I'll try to get together with some of the other big Immortal Codex content creators out there, like Quas. I know he's a big pusher in Immortal Codex. Maybe we'll try to see if we can work something out where he can give me some tips and tricks for the Immortal Codex. But overall, I think this is a good start to the run. I'm really satisfied with it. Reeve is doing some crazy things, and I love that about him. So other than that, guys, I think that's going to be it for me today. If you liked the video, make sure to hit that thumbs up button. Make sure to leave a comment down below with how well you're doing so far, and what champions are you using in here. Do you have King Hars, for example? I think if I had King Hars, this would be a completely different ball game, because we just have so much more survivability built in for our Olog, Brokir, Avalon, and Isolde. Of course, that wouldn't help our Reeve, which is kind of the biggest issue right now. But overall, I'm really satisfied with this. Make sure to subscribe for more content. We have a lot of really awesome content that is coming through the pipeline, and I hope to see you guys in the next one. Peace.